Hello and welcome to the Microsoft Office Excel 2010 course. In this video we'll be looking at how to create a simple login screen. So to start off you need to create the login screen itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click in a cell and type in username, and then I'm going to click down and do password. Just make these a little bigger, and then the users will type them in like here, type in the username, type in the password. So I'm just going to merge these together, and I'm basically going to leave it like that. You can make it nicer if you want, but this is just for simplicity purposes. The next thing you want to do is you want to create a new sheet and name it users. This is where all the information of the login details will be stored on the Excel workbook. So again, you need to type in username and password, and then here is where you type in the details of who you want the login to be. So the username, I'm going to type in Matt H, Steve J, and Bill G. You can have as many as you want, as little as you want. It's totally up to you. And for the passwords, I'm just going to use a simple number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the details for the people who we want to log into the system. So now we want to go back to the login screen and click in the username cell right here where the users will type it in. We want to go to the data tab at the top and go to data validation and then data validation again. Once you click that, you'll get the data validation window up. Under the settings menu, you want to allow a list, and the source, you want to go to the users sheet again and highlight all of the usernames that you currently have. As I've only got 3, I'm going to highlight the 3 and press enter. Now, as you can see, we have a drop-down list of all the users that are currently in the system. Now, if you wish to add a message which will prevent users from entering their own name, again, you go to the data validation window, but you just go across to the error alert tab. And then for the title, we can just type in error, and the error message, please select a username from the drop-down list. Now this error message can be completely customized. You can change the picture between these 3. It's totally up to you what you want. And then press OK. So if we type in, say, Henry, which isn't on the list, we will get an error message as it breaks the validation rule. So retry, delete that, sorry, and then just select one from the drop-down list. Easy. Now, for the password bit, we want to go to the cell A1 on the login screen and type in the formula equals VLOOKUP, open brackets. Now the lookup value is what it's going to actually look up. So we want it to look up the username. So you want to click in the username cell where the users will select it from the drop-down list, and then press comma. Then table array is where it's going to look up the information. So that's going to be the users sheet. So click on that and then highlight the entire 2 columns that you've done, however many users you've got, and then press comma again. And then the column index number is the column in which the column in which the information is going to be displayed in. So in this case it's column number 2, which is the passwords. So press 2 and then do comma false. Close brackets and press enter. And you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, as this is the current password for Matt H. If we changed it to, say, Bill G, this will change to 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you want to click in the password cell where the users will type it in, and again go to data, data validation, and bring up the data validation window. Next, you want to go to settings and allow a whole number, and then select the data. We don't want it between, we want it to be equal to the value in cell A1, as that's the password for that current user. And then again, you can have an error alert if the user enters a wrong password. So type in error, and then please enter a valid password in order to gain access to the system. Now again, this can be whatever error message you want, and you don't even need to have an error message if you don't want to. And press OK. So now, if we don't type in 3456, if we type in, say, 1234, we'll get an error message indicating that the password is incorrect. However, if we type in the correct password, 3456, we don't get an error message. So, now, a lot of passwords are like blanked out, so you can't see the person type it in. So to do this, what you want to do is you want to click in the password cell, right click, and go to Format Cells. From here, you want to go to the Number tab and go down to Custom. And then where it says General, you want to delete that. Make sure you have numlock enabled on your keyboard and press Alt 7, Alt 7, Alt 7 and Alt 7. This will give you 4 bullet points. And again, you can change the amount of bullet points that it displays depending on your password size. So if I just click OK, you can see the password is now hidden and it just displays bullet points. Now, this is very simple. However, it doesn't actually tell us that we have successfully logged in. So to do that, what you want to do is you want to insert a button. So to do that, I'm just going to insert a rounded rectangle in the Shapes button. And I'm just going to drag it out like so, and give it a nice light blue 3D look. I'm going to right click, edit text, and type in login. Now, next, we need to record a macro. So to do that, you want to go to the View tab at the top, Macros, and Record Macro. Give it a name of MCR_login, for example, and then press OK. Now this is now recording whatever you do. So we want it to go to the first page in the system, which in this case will be the home page. So I'm going to just click the home page sheet, which currently hasn't got anything on because I haven't made it. And then I'm going to click macros again and stop. So if we go to the login screen now and right click the button and click assign macro, if we assign the MCR login macro to it, you can see if we click it, it will bring us to the home page. However, I would like it to display a message box saying that the login has been successful or something along those lines. So what we want to do is we want to go into the macro section again. However, we want to go to View Macros, and then we want to click on the MCR login and click on Edit. This will bring up the Visual Basic window where you can edit all of your macros. So what we want to do is we want to click on the, just click above the Sheets Sheet2.select, or, well, in this case, this is the Sheet 2 is the home page. I just haven't renamed it yet. We want to click above here and type in MSG_BOX, which is the message box command, open bracket, and speech marks. Now, this is where you can type in whatever message you want. So I'm going to type in login successful, and then end your speech marks, and then close the brackets. And then just close the Visual Basic window, and right click the button again and assign macro, and just assign it again. So now if we click it, it will bring up a message box saying login successful. We click OK, it will bring us to the home page. Now, what we want to do for the last bit is we want to hide cell A1, as that's going to display the password, so we don't want anyone seeing it. So you just want to right click the column or row, depending where you've put it, and click hide. This will hide it so no one can see it. Also, we want to hide the users sheet, as this displays all the information of the logins. So again, what you want to do is just right click the users tab at the bottom and click hide. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope it helps. This is a very simple login screen. It does effectively work. Thank you.